Day, everybody. Amber Theoharis along with Eric Allen and James Jones. The Raiders lose this one 29-19. They have now lost 7 consecutive games. Not the season that the Raiders foresaw coming into the year. A lot of injuries, but a lot of responsibility needs to be taken by everybody on both sides of the ball. We're going to break it all down for you, but just overall thoughts on the loss, EA.
Just inconsistent. Another one of those games where you have opportunities, they're there for you, and you're just not able to respond to adversity. And we're going to see that in these highlights today, but just very disappointing that you're in the game up until the fourth quarter and not able to protect your quarterback. He gets hurt. So there's just inconsistent play all over.
Spot on, EA. We just do not make the plays to win the football game, and it's showing up week in and week out. We was in this game. The defense kept us in this game. Offense had some really good drives to start the game off, move the ball. Yeah, we didn't finish with the points we wanted, but we moved the ball well, ran the ball well. When the game is on the line,
not
the
coming
Raiders do not make the play.
Just seems like things fall apart in the fourth quarter. The Raiders are taking games into the fourth quarter, being competitive, staying in them, but not able to come out with the win. 3 big things we're going to talk about here today on Raiders Game Day. Tyree Wilson, last year's first-round pick,
number 9,
continues to show tremendous progress. We're going to talk to him. Also, Bo Nix came in as the reigning Rookie of the Week, had a good performance in the second half. Raiders defense did a good job in the first half. We'll break that down. And then A.J. Cole. Look, hey, when things are going south, you do what you got to do. We'll have a little fun with that one coming up here on Raiders Game Day. But let's take you out to the action, show you what happened at Allegiant. It was nice to be home.
Yes.
Nice to be back home after about a month on the road. Max Crosby and company leading them onto the field. Raiders opening possession. Gardner Minshew fumbles the snap. It is recovered.
You're like,
I mean, right out the gate. Come on, man. But they recovered it, so not a lot of damage done, but it gave you an uneasy feeling when you see that right away. 2 plays later on third down, Gardner Minshew finds Jacoby Myers 17 yards to the Denver 49.
I love Jacoby and them option routes right there. Giving Jacoby a 4-way go. He is unguardable right there. That's a good-looking play to pick up the first down right there.
Another third down opportunity, but Patrick Surtain was on top of Brock Bowers.
You see this. Now, that's what happens when you get 16 targets last week and dominate. Now, all of a sudden, you got the best corner in the league on you.
Traveling with you, too. Broncos first possession, 2nd and 10. And Bo Nix, he gets outside the pocket.
Outside the pocket.
That's where these young quarterbacks kill the Raiders defense.
They thrive.
You got to figure out how to contain them somehow. Here we go. He's looking for Lil Jordan Humphries. And Jack Jones comes up with a nice play there.
And we got to do a better job, too, of that, EA, of plastering on these wide receivers when the quarterback gets outside the pocket, because even though he escaped, we still got to try to find a way to make the play.
So that last drive, the Broncos had to punt here. They have the ball back again later in the quarter, and he finds Troy Franklin for 26 yards 2 plays later.
That was a nice throw.
McLaughlin rushes 18 yards.
I love that type effort right here, though.
Yeah, you love it. Jack, the last 2 weeks, man, Jack has really been playing some inspired football. But, again, that was that edge situation where you got to make sure you condense it and not allow that running back to cut back.
2 plays later from the 11, Ante Williams tries to run it, and Jack Jones gets him.
Jack. Great
Broncos,
instincts.
Look, they were at the 11 right there, and they settle for a field goal. So Will Lutz comes out, 38-yard field goal attempt is good. The Broncos first on the board, but nice defensive stop by the Raiders.
Encouraging.
Ensuing kickoff, and here's the rookie. Remember last time we saw him, he fumbled the ball? Not this time.
Let's go to work.
Dylan Lobby says, I'm going to show you all what I got.
Tip on that man right there on the sideline.
On the kicker, right,
On the kicker, man. Tip on that kicker.
59 yards.
Not run out of bounds. They might need the kicker later on in the game like that. He hurt his shoulder or something right here.
59 yards, nice return. Something tells me he'll get some other opportunities. Moving to the second quarter now, Denver still up 3-0. Same Raiders drive.
Work that
Gardner
magic.
Minshew.
Work that magic.
Michael Mayer.
Okay, Big Mike.
That protection right there was phenomenal.
2 plays later, Amir Abdullah, remember, he's getting the majority of the load with both Alexander Matt. Get it.
Yeah, you looked at that injury report. Man.
Zamir White was out too, and
nice ball, man.
Amir Abdullah.
That's back-to-back plays by Minshew, too, moving outside the pocket, getting outside the pocket, not standing in there too long, making plays.
2nd and 2. Bo Nix to Vele for 24 yards.
Anything that far, see how he bails early? You got to squeeze that. I want to be on that top shoulder so I'm able to make that play when in that part of the football field.
I'll tell you, Sean Payton puts Bo Nix in good
Uh-oh.
positions.
Uh-oh.
And here is Javonte Williams, but Max Crosby says,
He was having some fun today.
Yes,
that was his 100th career
How many?
tackle for loss.
How many?
100.
That's a lot.
Get it. Get it.
That's a lot.
Get it.
There we go.
I see it, number 9. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, look at that. The loop.
He stunt right there.
Uh-huh.
Get you.
Yeah.
So 2 big defensive plays, and the Broncos settle for a field goal. Will Lutz from 53 yards out. He bangs it.
See? That's some good football.
That is really good football.
Some
So the
complimentary
defense
football. Both
early
sides.
on.
Yes.
Raiders next possession.
I love it.
Gardner Minshew to Amir Abdullah for 6 yards. Brings up 4th down, and so look, they're going to punt, right?
You know,
Why not?
hey,
Why
hey.
not?
Hey, this really good design right here, man.
To
Stealing a
Divine
possession.
Diablo.
You go steal a possession right here. The Raiders do a really good job on the fake punt.
Shout out
30
special
yards.
teams. Yeah.
Shout out to the special team. What I love most, though, you know these defensive players, when they see they other
Look at
defensive
it.
players
Look at
catch the ball.
He doesn't know what to do.
Look at all them
Everybody on
the
defense, yeah. I told you you could do it.
A little momentum there, and later in the drive, 3rd and 4, Gardner Minshew to Amir Abdullah for 13 yards. It is 1st down, but they stall.
Yeah, a touchdown.
Another
in there.
field goal.
Red zone is so important. You know, we got to find a way to get our opportunities and then make them in the red zone.
We'll talk about that. It's 10-6 Raiders. There we go, Broncos with the ball under 2 minutes left in the half, and Bo Nix
I do not like this
incomplete.
call right here. I do not like
Interference.
Look
at
at, like he's turning to
jumping
look.
in
He's
back.
jumping
Yeah.
into me, man.
Yeah.
Like they just throwing flags, and I played wide receiver. They just throwing flags for nothing. That's another phenomenal play. by the
Tyree
young.
Wilson again, I'm telling you.
Post up, man.
So it forces the Broncos to settle for a field goal.
Recognize, secure the edge.
There it is.
He's a big boy.
54 yards for Will Lutz. So at this point, the defense is making the Broncos work for it. It is 10-9 Raiders. Raiders get the ball back with under a minute left in the half.
Good job.
Jacoby Myers for 18 yards takes him to the 37, calling timeout because he didn't get out of bounds. Next play, 1st and 10. Gardner Minshew to Trey Tucker, 16 yards, down to the Denver 21. Hurry up. 2 plays later, Daniel Carlson, 34-yard field goal
That's a
attempt
good drive,
is
right?
Another
good,
one.
especially with how disastrous the end of the half has been for the Raiders. So 13-9.
Right.
Raiders have a lead
where
right
our
now.
problems came.
3rd quarter. Here they go. Jacoby Myers.
He needs more
And
time.
then, so it looks like, okay, maybe they're moving it. But then this happens. Intercepted by Brandon Jones, returned for 37 yards. So after you go into the half with the lead for the first time all season, you come out and throw a
He wasn't able to
crucial.
follow through right here. He wasn't able to follow through, but we talk about responding to adversity. And right afterwards,
It leads to this. Cortland Sutton.
this is pretty good coverage here. And if you're not going to look back, you definitely want to punch through on this. Watch what Jack at the end. When the ball is here, you want to forcefully try and punch through. Like punch his helmet off if you can. Like right here, instead of that salt, man, you're trying to knock his head off, all right, to break that ball up.
No question.
Yep, and later in the quarter,
Talks about squeezing if you're the corner and you're on top and you have one receiver trying to squeeze to that top shoulder.
But this is where our complimentary football didn't show up, right?
Yes.
Offense struggling in the 3rd quarter, but defense was giving up big chunk plays. You know, we got to find a way to buckle down defensively when the offense is struggling, and vice versa. Offensively, we got to figure out a way to settle down and make some plays instead of having the defense on the field all day.
Good job, Max.
Max Crosby.
Yep.
So they force a field goal here in the 4th quarter.
Yep.
So keeping the game within reach, it is 19-13 Broncos, now with about 12 minutes left, so still some time. 1st and 10, Gardner Minshew to Trey Tucker.
All right.
Good catch, 10 yards, 1st down.
You got to have an explosive right here, though.
2 plays
We got to have an
later,
explosive somewhere in here.
3rd and 7, Gardner Minshew. Looking for Jacoby Myers, incomplete, but pass interference is called on Jaquan McMillan.
Take a shot.
Yeah, that's
Instead
all
of
you got.
downs.
Let's take a shot somewhere in here.
3 plays later, 3rd and 23. Gardner Minshew gets Brock Bowers. That was Brock's first catch since 53 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. He disappears at times. We're going back to that. Daniel Carlson, 53-yard field goal. And here in the 4th quarter, it's a 3-point game. This team is keeping these games close in the fourth quarter. Broncos have the ball now.
Big
Marvin Mims comes up with a huge play.
Big bust.
Right after the Raiders made it a 3-point game, a 37-yard play.
Big bust. No one's on the back. If you're in zone, there has to be an area of the linebacker or corner if you're in cover 2. If you're man-to-man, someone's not responsible for that running back.
Next play.
Big play.
Bo Nix to Cortland Sutton.
It's a good play by the
touchdown.
Great design.
It's a good play by the young fella. Good ball, throwing it in the back of the end zone, only where Cortland Sutton can get it. That's a tough cover right there. That's a better ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Broncos 26-16 over the Raiders. Raiders down 10, get the ball back under 6 minutes. Hit Brock Bowers 9 yards to the Denver 48 later in the drive. Gardner Minshew to Jacoby Myers.
Like that was just so confident, right?
So easy.
Down to the Denver 4. They're at the 4-yard line. Can't get it in here. Incomplete pass. And so you're at the 4. You can't get it in from the 4.
Yeah.
And so they settle for a field goal.
Good defense right there. See, that's the same play as the last one.
Yeah, it was.
There's nothing different than that, man. They call him
Next
PI.
play, another pass. Again, intended for Cortland Sutton.
Throwing the ball.
And then for the third time, guess what they're going to do?
Yeah.
3 downs in a row, they pass it.
Great job.
It's good defense. And this is right here, that's excellent by the defense. Now, offensively, complimentary football, we got to come out here and do our job and get points. Instead, we don't. We let their defense make the plays on us, and it ends up in this.
That's where Gardner Minshew gets injured. The report is it's a collarbone. We don't have confirmation of what exactly it is. It doesn't look good. Right now, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. And so Desmond Ridder comes in, and he's sacked and fumbles. It's recovered by Denver. And there you go. We had a 3-point game late. What was it, almost 3 minutes left? 5 minutes left. Had a 3-point game. So here's your final stats.
Oh, man.
Look at the red zone. Raiders were in the red zone 5 times, scored once. And EA, what do you think I'm looking at? What do you think I'm looking at?
I know you're down at the bottom. You're down at the bottom.
Death taxes and time of possession. Look at that. If you don't win the time of possession, it is hard to win the game. One nice thing that did stand out, is 300 passing yards against the best passing, or the top 3 passing defenses in the NFL. So, look, this is the hard part about this season. I'm just going to keep it 100 here. The hard part of this season is that the Raiders aren't getting blown out. The scores are looking like that at the very end. Look at where they have been in the fourth quarter, coming into the fourth quarter. They're in these games. They cannot figure out how to finish games. They can't figure out how to score, and then they can't stop the opposing offenses from coming up with that 37-yard play there that led to a touchdown, in the very final minutes, and that's the frustrating part. I do want to go to the news of the day, though, which is Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew looks like it's not good with a collarbone, could be broken. We're waiting for some final tests here. But this team has struggled at quarterback already. I think the good news, if there is any, is that Aiden O'Connell could come off of the IR next week.
For this Friday's game.
For this Friday's game. Yeah, not even next week. It's this week already.
They don't need him for sure.
So we'll see what happens there. But this is... What was your take of what you saw from Minshew? And does it matter right now at the quarterback position? What can be done about this position?
Coming off of Coach Turner's second week, I thought some of the things that we have talked about here early on about the rhythm passing game, really important, getting the ball out quickly. He was able to do that. I think when you start talking about being able to target Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, all those things are critically important, but you have to have something that comes off of that. That just can't be the answer. You have to have the opportunity to take a shot, and we just haven't seen that. Sorry that Gardner's went out in this standpoint, knowing that he played really well last week. This week, we need to find out red zone-wise. I'm not sure whoever is at quarterback can fix that issue.
Yeah, and it sucks for Minshew. I mean, we never want nobody to get hurt in the National Football League. I hope everybody goes out there and you don't break a fingernail. That's just how it is. Playing in the game is hard. But at the end of the day, we still don't have an identity. That's the biggest problem to me. We ran the ball really well. We got the running back involved in the passing game really well, and Abdullah in the first half. And then we come out in the third quarter, and we don't give it to him never.
James, Minshew,
We don't even start
Minshew threw the ball
drives with
53 times today.
That's not an identity. That's not the identity we want. Like I said, we ran the ball well in the first half. Abdullah was getting some tough yards. He was making plays. We got it to him in the passing game. And then in the third quarter, he's nowhere to be found. We play action passing 3 times in a row. Run it on first and second down. Get into a manageable third down and let's throw it. But that tells me you're calling the game without an identity. Who are we? What are we going to do? What are we going to be? I know for a fact we don't want Minshew throwing the ball 53 times.
Right.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out who we are and what our identity is, because if that's the case, we always have something to lean on.
Well, more importantly, what happens from the first half to the second half? It just seems like this team all across the board all season has not been able to put together 4 quarters. Yeah. They've been great in the first quarter all year, and then they fall off in the second quarter. Well, this week they were great in the first and the second quarter. They scored 13 points, which is, if they would have done that in the second half, they would have 26 points, and that would have been a great game against the Broncos. But then they just disappear and don't show up in the second half. So it's the inconsistency, the inability of the offense. I mean, they're moving the chains. They got to the red zone 5 times.
Yeah.
5 times.
You got to have a red zone package that is at least gets you 2 touchdowns if you're going to get there to the red zone.
And we can run it down there.
Yeah. That's what's important. Yeah.
We're going to talk more about that because I want to ask offensive coordinator James Jones what he would have done in the red zone differently than what has been done. But coming up, we're going to talk to Tyree Wilson. He continues to grow. We're seeing it before our very eyes. This is great news. We're going to talk to him coming up next.
Looking good, guys.
Thanks.
Oh, hey, Pickle.
Hi, Dad.
I brought Mom's glasses from the hotel.
Oh, great. She's in the ballroom, the big one.
I'm coming up.
Vacations are better with the credit gods on your side. Rewards once available to the few are now accessible to the many. Earn points for travel with Credit One Bank and live large.
You're doing it.
You got this.
Yes, this is great.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. Your 5-star chefs on 4 wheels, running your kitchen all over town, pushing through working hours and after hours. No matter rain or shine, because when you stay hungry, your neighborhood stays fed. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. And by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. So the Raiders lose this one 29-19. Tyree Wilson, though, continues to be a bright spot on this defense as he develops in his second year, and he joins us now from Allegiant Stadium. And Tyree, we know this is not the outcome that the Raiders wanted. We know this is not the season that the Raiders have been wanting. But I think one thing you can say about this team is you continue to fight even late in the fourth quarter. You guys make it a game. What is the mentality of this team right now?
Man, we're never going to quit, no matter the outcome. We're just going to keep pushing and try to figure out what it takes to get this W that we've been needing each and every week.
Hey, really quick, talk to us a little bit about your journey now, being a rookie in week 11, 12 now. How has the game slowed down for you? What have you learned, going into year 2 now?
The game first, it's going really fast. You try to pick up little nuggets, but you just try to do your job. And then, as you keep practicing and progressing each and every week, and taking that mindset to get better, no matter what people say or what's going on, the game starts to slow down and starts to slow down. Then you can pick up different keys on film and, check the backfield sets out and who's the point of attack blockers and, be able to make plays.
We see you line up inside. We see you line up outside. What's your favorite spot?
The pluses and minuses to both of them. I love both of them. Christian got hurt early on in the year, and, they count on me to go inside and help out, and, that's what I do.
Who would you say has been most instrumental in your development? Because we really have been seeing it, especially over the last couple of games.
That's credit to, Pat, defensive coordinator, and Robbie, my D-line coach, and, also, Adam Butler and Max Crosby.
If you had to put your finger on one thing about the defense today, what's something that you think you guys could have did a little bit better today? We gotta convert on some third downs, get off the field, and get the ball back to the offense.
So in your journey, year 2, you're playing pretty well right now, and you have Max on the other side. What are you talking about as far as making sure your game is tight each and every week?
Max gets all the attention on the defense, so I try to take some of that pressure off of him and, just do my job and help out the defense to do my 111 piece.
Tyree, we appreciate you taking some time after a tough loss like this, but continue to do what you're doing because it's been impressive. We see you coming along. We know how hard you're working to get better each and every game, and we see it out there on the field. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And you really do have to think as he continues to develop. You look forward to next year and getting guys back like Malcolm Kuntz and Christian Wilkins could be a really great defensive line, but we're not there just yet. We have to have a little fun. When things are going south and you've lost 7, when you lost 7 in a row.
Man, let's do it.
This was fun. A.J. Cole, little trickery today.
Yeah. Oh, look at him.
And look at his quarterback rating, 118.
Give him 100 million.
He was 100%. He's as accurate as he could possibly be. He's averaging 34 yards.
The follow-through. Watch the follow-through, though. Watch the follow-through.
Yeah. And how about, look at that, your receiver, Devontae Upload, knows what he's doing.
To be honest with you, though, I love the concentration right here. Don't be, look at him.
Look at AJ. AJ's point like number 1, like hitting for the Super Bowl.
But this is what A.J. Cole does best, is he punts. He averaged 47.5 yards punt today. His longest was 60. 60 yards.
Incredible.
It's insane, and we take that for granted, the field position.
Not the defense.
That he continued.
That's right.
Not the
That's
defense.
right. Pin him in the corner. He does it all.
That's big time.
He does it all.
No doubt about it. Also want to give some credit. When we were reading the highlights, sometimes when you look back at the highlights, and you have a different perspective of maybe what you saw out on the field. And for me, it was This defense did a nice job today. When you look at the 29 points, again, these scores look very lopsided, and a lot of those points are coming in the fourth quarter as the Raiders continue to give up a lot of points late in the fourth quarter, which is a problem. But overall, what were your thoughts on what the defense was able, going back to kind of Tyree and what we were talking about?
I thought going into the game, this would have to be like a coordinator's game because all of the missing members, particularly of the secondary, who were not there, and guys would have to fill in and step in. So it was up to the coordinators to put them in situations where they felt comfortable and confident to be able to attack the ball. Now, we didn't get a turnover interception today, and that's one thing I thought we really needed, that turnover to kind of change things around and steal a possession from the Denver Broncos. But I thought, coordinator-wise, he did a really good job putting these guys who hadn't been in these situations together. To communicate and be able to be on the right page. So I thought the coordinators did a really good job with this defense.
You know, you mentioned earlier in the show that we in all the games that we play, maybe besides 1 or 2 games.
It was a 3-point game with 6 minutes left in the fourth.
But I'm just saying, all year long, we've been in a lot of the football games we played. That's not because of the offense. That is because of the defense. And to be honest with you, the offense all year long has not held their part up. They had not did their job. In the games that they did play halfway decent, Baltimore and those type games, we found a way to win the games. They have to help the defense. Like, the defense is out there a lot. You come up here every day. What's your number? What's your biggest thing?
Time of possession.
Not in our favor. That means our defense is on the field, and that's the problem. They got to help the defense out, and if the time of possession is going to be like that, you cannot settle for field goals, though. You have to score touchdowns down there in the red zone, and then you will help our defense.
I mean, 5 times they were in the red zone, and you only get a touchdown on one of them. That's not efficiency. That's not an efficient offense. You're not going to win games. You're definitely not going to win games scoring 6 points in the second half of a close game. All right, coming up next, we're going to break it all down for you. Going to take a look at both the offense and the defensive side of the ball.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro. Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day when I'll be the one you dream. It's gonna be me.
Dude, are you crying?
Every year, millions fly with us at Allegiant because together, we go places. We see old friends and try new things. We laugh. We really like to laugh. And reconnect. We remember. And we wander, which leads to wonder. From how we go, to where we go, to what we do when we get there, we go further together.
Hey Raider Nation, when you come to see the Raiders take the field at Allegiant Stadium, you should do it from the best seats in the house. So grab an ice cold Coors Light, and you can enter to win tickets for these Coors Light silver seats at Allegiant Stadium. With plush seating, state-of-the-art beverage coolers, and wireless phone chargers, there's no better place to watch your Raiders bring home the win. Celebrate responsibly.
Taste is not an option. Taste is everything. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
Looking good, guys.
Thanks.
Oh, hey, Pickle.
Hi, Dad.
I brought Mom's glasses from the hotel.
Oh, great. She's in the ballroom, the big one.
I'm coming up.
Vacations are better with the credit gods on your side. Rewards once available to the few are now accessible to the many. Earn points for travel with Credit One Bank and live large.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
Intermountain Health understands that life can be a challenging game, and mental wellness is vital to our overall health. It takes courage to admit when we're not okay, and even more to reach out. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, call or text 988 or visit strongestplay.com for mental wellness resources. Welcome back. The Raiders lose 29-19. 1 week after a really tough defensive showing against the Dolphins, the Raiders defense tightened up and the playmakers showed up. Also, on the offensive side of the ball, with Zamir White and Alexander Mattison unable to play, Amir Abdullah came to play. But what happened in the second half? To break it all down, let's send it over to JJ and EA.
Amber, we appreciate you. We are about to talk a little Amir Abdullah. Amir Abdullah came in and he gave this offense a spark, EA.
Yes,
helped them out in the run game and the pass game. We got a couple plays right here we'll show you. One thing you don't know about Abdullah, he was a special pass catcher out of that backfield at Nebraska. But right here, you see him in the backfield. On linebackers, nice little pick route right here, catch the ball. These are explosive gains out of the backfield, and you know what? They're not hard throws for Minshew. Get the ball into the running back's hands.
Almost like an extended handoff.
Yeah, let him make some plays. I absolutely love it. When he has the ball in his hands, he will make the first guy miss every single time. Really, really, really good playmaker. And then right here, you see him in the run game. Sometimes I tell the kids all the time, every run is not going to be 15 yards, 20 yards.
It can't be.
This is what we need in the red zone. Run the ball, you get down here, you get a first down. Now it's first down, and then you get him out here in the pass game. Once again, you see him on a linebacker. He is better than linebackers, a really good pass catcher. That's really good by Minshew and him, but he was a spark for the offense today. I need more of him in the pass game and the run game.
Yeah, I really love the way the Turners really used him in the passing game, extended handoff. But this here, that's pretty good catch right there. Got to line him up outside maybe next week. Get him some one-on-one. Look at him. He's grabbing and holding, but too late. Right off the dome. All right, let's go to the other side of the football. The defensive side of football, and I think all year long, we've been really waiting for this guy, Tyree, to really explode and have some explosive plays. The last 2 weeks, he has done it. Here, we're going to have a little loop here. You have to have a little bit of patience before you loop and allow that tackle to come inside. Look at that, the explosion to the quarterback, being able to finish. That's one thing we talk about with Tyree. When you mature, you have to find a way to finish and get the fish on the ground.
And I love how they move him around, too.
Oh, yeah.
Put him at the deep tackle, let him use his feet.
Yes, sometimes he slips with, also changes spots with Max Crosby. Here you go again, patience. Your eyes have to be really good. Don't go for the fakes. Outstanding job. Securing the edge, one thing we've having issues with. Tyree's been doing an outstanding job on that, and he's learned a lot from Max, being able to make those tackle for losses. As you know, this game here, Max was 100 TFLs. That's 100 TFLs, and this guy, when you turn the film on, you don't know if the Raiders are 2-9 or 9-2 the way this guy plays. And that's what's the most rewarding of all for all those Raider fans, to see Max Crosby every single game give 100%. Watch him slip the tight end tackle, the box. Look at that. Run down from the backside.
And that's why you should spend your hard-earned money and come watch the Raiders play, because he's going to give you 110% every single down.
Look at that. The slip, the tackle, underneath, the run down from the backside. He's not playing 100%. The ankle is still a little bit sore, but that's what you get from Max Crosby, and now it's rubbing off on Tyree Wilson.
And not only that, watching Tyree Wilson and then listening to him, he just told us, man, when I line up, I identified where the running back is. I identify where the tight end is. That tells you the game is slowing down for the young fella. He's seeing and knowing how they're trying to attack him, and he making plays, and obviously his counterpartner do it week in and week out.
That's right. That's it for us.
All right, and by the way, Max Crosby is tied with Von Miller for the third fastest in NFL history to 100 tackles for losses. He had 3 today. Tyree Wilson had 2, a sack and a quarterback hit. So look, they're getting to the quarterback today. They're making some plays, and as I said in the intro, you remember just last week, the Dolphins didn't even punt the ball once.
I know.
So there were some adjustments made from week 11 to week 12, no doubt about it. They forced the Broncos to try 5 field goals, right? Now they made all of them. Yeah. But they limited the running game as well. Broncos only had 63 rushing yards, so stop the run. The problem was on third down. Third down, they gave up 40%.
Yeah.
That's where you got to get off the field. You got to give the ball back to your offense, and that's where the time of possession will come in.
That's right.
If the offense, it's both. I feel like that time of possession, we put it on the offense. It's both. It's both an offensive and defensive stat. The defense has got to get the ball back.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So
a lot of that is copycat league. We put guys in motion on third down, and if you're a cover guy, are you going over the picks? Are you changing responsibilities? And a lot of times we saw guys were getting in trouble because they were getting in the mud and getting caught up in the pick plays and having their receivers outside. So it's a copycat league. If I'm a cover guy, I have to make sure the things that hurt me this week, if I recognize them, they can't hurt me the next week.
Negative plays, though. It was great to see the Raiders had 7 negative plays on defense. So those are the things that will keep an offense on its toes. But again, the fourth quarter just continues. We
need a big turnover in the fourth quarter. We need a big turnover in the fourth quarter next week.
Well, it always seems like it's one play that busts open the drive that leads to a touchdown that busts open the game. It was the 37-yard run today. Last week it was the Darnay Holmes penalty that extended the drive that led to the Jonnu Smith touchdown. It just seems like the game is close until there's something, one play that makes a difference. And it needs to be the Raiders that comes up with that play. That's how it needs to. Maybe it's a takeaway. Maybe it's something, but that's what needs to be focused on, especially going into the Chiefs game. Because you know what? The Chiefs are taking close games into the fourth quarter, too, with the Panthers. With the Panthers. So they're going to have an opportunity to beat the Chiefs. They can figure out a way to make those plays. All right, coming up, we're going to hear from Coach Antonio Pierce. He's taking the podium there at Allegiant Stadium. We'll be right back.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
You're doing it.
You got this.
Yes, this is great.
You got this! You got this!
Every year, millions fly with us at Allegiant because together, we go places. We see old friends and try new things. We laugh. We really like to laugh. And reconnect. We remember. And we wander, which leads to wonder. From how we go to where we go to what we do when we get there, we go further together.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. It's your job to stock the city, restaurants and rooftops, bars and basements. Every corner store. And when it gets tough, you stay driven. Give it all you got, going nonstop for 20 stops. Because at the end of the day, every single round is on you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
This segment of Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Twitch. Be sure to check out the Raiders' 5th Quarter podcast. Listen and follow wherever you podcast.
Hey, Antonio. A couple of things. Any update on Gardner Minshew? And secondly, I feel like you guys threw the kitchen sink at Bo Nix today with a lot of pressures, and but he stood back there, made some plays. What were your thoughts on the young quarterback for the Denver Broncos?
Yeah, with Minshew left shoulder there, we'll know more, but doesn't look good. And Bo Nix is pretty good football player. He showed up again today. He made some plays, made the throws they needed to. Bought time with his legs, backing up, avoiding pressure. We got to him early. I thought did a good job of trying to disrupt him. We did. The mindset was to be aggressive, and I thought we did do that. But when they had to make a play, he made plays for him.
Antonio, you seem to get the running game going today a little bit, but do you think you should have got it going a little more? Would you want to see more carries from them?
Of course. I don't want to see the ball thrown 40 times. I've said that like 1,000 times, but that's been kind of our MO. Actually, it was 53 today, so.
Antonio, I remember talking to you, I think it was at either the Combine or the owners meeting about Bo Nix, and you had mentioned this is a guy who played a lot of football and won a lot of football games. Yep. What was it that you had seen in Bo Nix at that point?
Yeah, winner, mature, stage, the moment's not too big for him, loves to compete, doesn't flinch. I mean, we're hitting him, we're trying to get after him. I didn't see a rattled guy. You could tell either when they were off offensively, he did a good job. Yeah, just called a timeout, Never created negative plays for his team. Never really put them in bad situations for the most part. So you saw that in college, and to me, I think there's a lot to say when a quarterback plays as long as he did in college, and every year won. And it was always productive, leader, good football player.
Antonio, I know that you said that Gardner's left shoulder injury doesn't look good at this point, but Aiden O'Connell, he's got us eligible to come off the IR next week. Are you hopeful at all that he might be able to suit up this week?
Yeah, we're going to need somebody, right? We're not a quarterbacks too now. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But obviously it looks like he's getting better. He threw a little bit in practice this week. Obviously we got a short week, play on Friday, travel on Thursday, so we have to make that decision very quickly.
AP, I know there's no silver linings in a loss, but Tyree continues to stack up good play and growth. Would you talk about what you saw from him today, please?
Tyree?
Yeah.
Wilson. Okay, no, I thought another productive day. Obviously, he had a sack early in the game. Pretty good against the run. I'm just looking at it from field level. But like I talk about, like just progressive each and every week, just processing, getting better, doing what he needs to do. We just need more and more of those plays, not just from Tyree, not from Max, but from all 11.
Antonio, you guys were outscored 20-6 in the second half. What are your takeaways right away from watching the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, turnover right there. Sudden change, we got to do a better job on defense. We gave up a touchdown. Then obviously saw the score there. And then just third down defense in the second half wasn't good enough.
AP, obviously you're gonna want to have a couple of healthy quarterbacks, but have you seen enough from Desmond Ridder in this short period of time, in this short week?
No. I'll be honest, not to cut you off, but no. I mean, it's not enough reps. I mean, when Aiden was in there, when Gardner was in there, you give him all the reps. You do some stuff in like either 7-on-7 certain periods, we would, but to sit there and say you've seen enough, no. I mean, he has film. He's played in this league, and obviously, I mean, today was tough, right? Sit on the bench the last, 55 minutes, and now you're throwing in the ball game, and he did the best he could. He fought, put us down in position, obviously, to try to score a touchdown at the end of the game.
Time now for one big number, and this is kind of good and kind of bad. 13 points the Raiders scored in the first half. That's a season high. So it's good that it was a season high, but if you've only ever scored 13 points in one half, that's not great, right? And that's one of the reasons is the Raiders only 4 times have gone over 20 points in a game and have a season high of scoring 26 points in a game. So points have been at a premium. Now, if you would have taken that number 13 and scored the same amount in the second half, probably had a really good chance to win the game. You'll take 26 points.
Yeah.
But 6 points in the second.
That's not good. In this day and time when the game is really, when the game is really about scoring and offense, and that's not good. We have to find a way to create those opportunities, whatever identity. And that's the one great point that JJ has is, who are we and what are we from week to week? We know what we're going to see. We know that they're going to flood the offense and find ways to make this an uncomfortable situation on third down. We have to find a way to score and manufacture points.
Yeah. And our offense's game plan, right, we always have a couple goals that we try to get to, right? Number one, you don't turn the football over. Take care of the football. At home, on the road, you take care of the football. That's a goal. Number two, get to 30 points.
Yeah.
That's a goal offensively. Okay. If we could get to 30, we truly believe our defense ain't giving up 30.
All right.
So, and if they do, it might be 2 or 3 times a year, which means our record is pretty good.
So that would be coming out of preseason. The goal written on the board would be 30 points.
Every single time. Like when you walk into the offensive meetings, the offensive goals is about 5 goals, right? Number 1, first and foremost, take care of the football. You ain't going to win no games if you don't. Number 2, get to 30 points. Number 3, third down. We have to be able to sustain drives. Number 4, red zone. You have to be able to score touchdowns in the red zone, not field goals. And number 5, eliminate negative plays. That was always our goal. Every single game. And if you could do that, you'll have success. We are not accomplishing none of that offensively, and we're putting our defense in bad situations.
How does this team get 7 or 6 instead of 3 in the red zone? What are they doing wrong with the play calling, with the efforts on what down? Break it down.
You know what I think we should do? Number 1, we should run the ball a little bit more inside the red zone. Number 2, once we get inside the red zone, I truly believe it should be 4-down mindset, right? So you should be like, man, we're going for it on 4th down, and that's how you should call the game. So if you have in the back of your mind, we possibly going for it on 4th down, I may run it twice on 1st and 2nd down. Get into a really good play on 3rd down that I like. Make sure it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2 to have a good plan, because that's how you're going to win. And not only that, it's one-on-one in the red zone. When EA played, it's one-on-one. Throw the ball up and give your dude some opportunity.
To Brock Bowers or to Michael Mayer, your big guys in the end zone.
we've seen it in the red zone to the running back.
All right, we're going to hear more about the red zone. Amir Abdullah is talking to the media right now. You know he's going to be asked about that. This segment of Raiders Game Day is brought to you by America First Credit Union. For every Raiders first down at Allegiant Stadium this year, America First Credit Union will be donating $100 to a local charity.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Every year, millions fly with us at Allegiant because together, we go places. We see old friends and try new things. We laugh. We really like to laugh. And reconnect. We remember. And we wander, which leads to wonder. From how we go to where we go to what we do when we get there, we go further together.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro.
Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day, gonna be a day when I'll be the one you dream. It's gonna be Ray.
Dude, are you crying?
Hey Raider Nation, when you come to see the Raiders take the field at Allegiant Stadium, you should do it from the best seats in the house. So grab an ice cold Coors Light, and you can enter to win tickets for these Coors Light silver seats at Allegiant Stadium. With plush seating, state-of-the-art beverage coolers, and wireless phone chargers, there's no better place to watch your Raiders bring home the win. Celebrate responsibly.
How frustrating is that to get down the field?
Very, man, very. Especially, just fresh off my mind.
some opportunities that we missed. You know, field goals don't win. You know, we love our kicker. We love Daniel Carlson, but, man, 7 points, you know, that's the difference. You know, scoring in the red zone is how you win games in this league, man, and it just sucks.
All right, so he agrees with us.
Yeah.
That seems to be the problem. If you get to the red zone that many times, 5 times in this game as the Raiders lose it 29-19 to the Broncos, who, by the way, the Broncos are on a roll, which is a whole different conversation within the division as they continue to advance. But running the football, despite having Zamir White and Alexander Madison out, you pointed out Sincere McCormick is in there getting some carries, and he's averaging 6.6 yards per carry. Amir Abdullah showed that he's able to run the ball, but then getting away from it, especially in the red zone. And the formula, as you were saying before the break, is maybe run on first and second down. You're thinking with a 4-down mindset, but then throw it up to your big guys like Bowers. Throw it up to Michael Mayer, but as a defensive back, right? What are you doing when you do have to defend? If you're Patrick Surtain, you know that they're going to throw it up to Brock Bowers. How are they able? How were they able to limit him?
Well, first of all, a cover guy when you're down in the red zone, you don't want to be tackling down there. You don't want anybody on the edge running, looking scared, right? So you don't want the offense to have the ability to run the football. Second of all, if the quarterback is in the run game, that puts extra pressure on the edge to be able to make that decision. Am I going to crash down with the running back, or am I going to take the quarterback? So I think first and second down, when you give the opportunity for an offense to be able to take the ball out of the quarterback's hands, run the football, that's an effective for you offense. When it gets down to third down and you're man-to-man with the guy, and if he's a bigger guy, you know that's going to give you trouble. You know you're going to get tested with the fade ball. So then it's an opportunity for him to catch it or you to cause a penalty. Because I'm not going to get beat. I'm not giving a touchdown. I'm going to grab you, pull you down, pull down your underwear or whatever.
It puts the offense in an advantageous position.
It really does. It puts a defensive back in really difficult situations when the ball's in the air and if you don't have your head around. So, again, it's an opportunity for me to grab, pull. I'm going to make you line up again, but that gives another opportunity for the offense to get
it's a couple of good things here. Number one, the teams that are really good in the red zone, Detroit, what they do.
What do they do?
Run the ball.
Oh, run the ball.
They have 2 monsters running the football downhill. Even if they get 3 yards, they get 2 yards, they run the football. And then they let their playmakers make plays. It is man-to-man down there. EA is man-to-man. What leverage are you, EA?
Yeah, inside.
So why aren't we throwing the fade ball?
Right, you got
Brock Bowers. You got Jacoby who can make people miss in the phone booth. It's a mismatch problem. It's a very easy throw that they missed in the red zone to Jacoby on that last drive, Desmond Ridder. He killed the dude off the line of scrimmage. Just throw him the ball.
And then Big Mike's also an opportunity down there,
playmakers got to make plays in the red zone.
I'm going to go to break on this. How about running the ball? How about a quarterback sneak? How about that?
Hey, it was
How about that? On the one.
And, hey,
why not?
Push.
Call me crazy. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, salute to service out at Allegiant Stadium. A salute to our military. Next. This segment of Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Taste is not an option. Taste is everything. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro. Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day when I'll be the one you dream. It's gonna be rain.
Dude, are you crying?
Looking good, guys.
Thanks!
Oh, hey, Pickle!
Hi, Dad!
I brought Mom's glasses from the hotel.
Oh, great! She's in the ballroom, the big one!
I'm coming up!
Vacations are better with the credit gods on your side. Rewards once available to the few are now accessible to the many. Earn points for travel with Credit One Bank and live large.
Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights, only at Allegiant.com. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, choose chill, an official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And by Twitch, watch, discover, join in.
I am Robert Spillane, linebacker, Las Vegas Raiders.
I hope we get a flyover.
And I am your Salute to Service Award nominee. It's very important that we honor our active duty military and their families because they put everything on the line to make us safe and free as Americans. I'm thankful to be the grandson of Johnny Latner, my mom's dad who served in the military. Was an NFL player who was drafted to serve and did so honorably, so I look up to him because he's a man that did things the right way. To any active duty, I want to say I thank you, I love you, and I appreciate all that you do for this country. Without you, we wouldn't be here today with the freedoms that we have. Thank you so much.
And fans can vote for Robert Spillane to become a finalist at NFL.com/salute-fan-vote. So definitely check it out and support him. And it was a salute to service kind of a day at the stadium, the national anthem. It was Nellis Air Force Base there with the colors, and Grammy-nominated husband and wife duo, The War and Treaty, sang the national anthem. Halftime. Always a fun rock and roll event here in Vegas with the house band behind Sammy Hagar and Michael Anthony from Van Halen. Your favorite Van Halen song, JJ?
No doubt, I got that on my phone
all of it right now. We're going to rock out to it later. Hey, I love Van Halen and I love Van Hagar. It was known as Van Hagar when he was there, just in case you guys need to know. By the way, coming up next, the Chiefs, the Buccaneers, the Falcons, and the Jaguars got to find a way to win the first Black Friday game.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up next against the Chiefs.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
We'll see you guys after that game. That'll do it for us. For Eric Allen and James Jones, I'm Amber Theoharis. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Enjoy your family.